those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies, but not everyone lives.
Oh my God. Okay, now I want to say this, and this is not a diss whatsoever. I did not plan to record a reaction today. Trust me, I did not. However, I follow Dax on Instagram. He actually follows me back, which is crazy, man. And I saw that he posted a preview of a video he just dropped called Eternity. Need I say more? Dax drops a video, you know your boy's gonna be interested. All right, so without further ado, let's get started.
And when you really examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
Dax is looking at his birth.
How long is eternity? I don't understand. Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older, it creeps in our mind, the thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we lived doesn't matter, approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this water hitting my eyes? Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. As we get older, we don't care what we did. It's not the things we receive, but the things we give. We try to go back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies, but not everyone lives.
Oh my God. Okay, now I want to say this, and this is not a diss whatsoever. He's not saying anything that we ourselves have not thought before. He's not saying some esoteric philosophical idea that's just like super mind-blowing. It's insightful, don't get me wrong, but he's not saying something that most people would look at and be like, huh, I've never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, the visuals is where the first minute is really hidden. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at how, you know, you're getting your education, you just got granted a car by your family, and yet you're shackled. You see what I'm saying? Like that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Or even just him looking at his own birth, and he's talking about, you know, the beginning of time versus the end of all things. The visuals is what really causes the lines to come to life, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So I like the pairing. Very genius on his part. Let's keep going.
So I'm taking a chance. I'm living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the gram. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave it up to fate. Well, fate favors those who take. Cause if eternity's forever and all this is temporary, why wait? Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost? Then treat time like currency and spend it for applause, because we think that life is just a game we can turn on and off. We build, we break, renew, replace. We 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in line as mental slaves. Our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves, full of hopes and dreams that people never chased, full of feelings that we felt but never got to say. All the thoughts inside our heads that we kept stored and locked away. As our age increased and we got old and everything decayed. And when we...
Oh my God. Yo, instead of expressing it to him, she hid the letter that would have really opened him up to how she really feels. You know what I'm saying? And you can clearly see that they kind of seem to be standoffish towards one another. Right? Like, bro, marriages fall apart due to communication problems. And I don't just mean communication problems in terms of arguing, but lack of communication of how you feel about the other person. You know what I'm saying? Bro. And then even all those visuals, like the social media influencer posing in front of the homeless person, like, oh, look, I just gave to the homeless. Like, bruh, all these fake people out here, man. And he makes a good point. Like, there's this idea that if life is short and this is all there is, then you know, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? That's very telling. So this is rather philosophical, even for Dax. Like, Dax has always been introspective when it comes to his bars, but he's taking it to the next level on this one. And I haven't finished it, obviously, but this seems like it's the best music video he's put out, at least that I've seen. And I've seen quite a few of his. His alcohol one was pretty good too. Hold up, which is better? Oh, that's a tough one. Dang. I might give the edge to this depending on how it ends. So let's keep going.
When we finally realized that our whole lives was not a game, and that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity, no way, no way. Eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity, no way. Eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity, no way, no way. It's eternity, no way. Eternity, no way.
What are you doing with your time? What is your definition of happiness?
Who's the speaker here?
Are you giving more than you're taking? And finally, if it were to all end right now, what are you holding on to that you need to let the world see?
Okay. I was wondering what the mirror behind him was for, but I get it now. It's supposed to encourage you to self-reflect on what you'd be leaving behind if you were to leave the world today. I get it. So that's beautiful, y'all. I really enjoyed this. Seriously, what were y'all thoughts? What were y'all's thoughts? Let me know, please, in the comment section below. I say that every time and y'all just never comment. But really, like, let's explore this. I'm not saying we got to be debating in the comment section on, philosophy or religion or anything like that. But, share your, religious thoughts, or share your thoughts about existence and things like that. I want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all at some point have some kind of existential crisis where we question things, and I'm sure this sparked a lot of thoughts on people's parts. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in here. All right. If there's another Dax video, rap, poem, whatever that you want me to react to, let me know in the comment section below. All right. And it doesn't even have to just be Dax related stuff. Anything poetry or rap related, comment what you'd like to see me watch, and I'd happily do so and break it down bit by bit. All right. With that being said, I'm obviously a spoken word poet myself, so if you want to see some awesome bars from me, definitely check out my poem playlist. I have, how many poems do I have in there? Dozens, honestly. So check out one with the thumbnail and title that fits you best, all right? And let me know what you think on that. With that being said, I'm out. Deuces.
They had careers stifled by stigma, yet still they grew. And skin burdened by slurs, yet still they flew. Having faith that over time, maybe by the second or third overtime, their game could flip the public's image of them, from shooting dice on street corners to shooting corner threes, from breaking kneecaps to breaking ankles, from laying up on blocks to blocking layups, from cutting backdoor deals to making backdoor cuts, from catching bodies in alleys to catching alley-oops, from drive-by shootings to driving by defenders, from right hooks and gunshots to sky hooks and jump shots, from wanted posters to poster dunks, from hanging on a noose to being a hang time nuisance. Truth is, although there's more work to be done,